Shamea Morton and Porsha Williams. Relationship is not the same you I am. So sad to report that even though I don't know you how I really am, I love them as friends on the show. I don't know how in depth this is and what that fully means, but Porsha got online and talked about it the other day. Let's take a listen.
I don't know if Candy said I didn't like Shamea. I think what Candy said was she doesn't believe we're as cool as we used to be. And yes, that's true. When you come on the show and you have certain expectations, and then things seem to turn on you without you knowing, that can change any relationship. But I don't think Candy said anything like that. Y'all don't be trying to stir stuff up now, because you know how y'all do. So why didn't I post Shamea's song? Well, she didn't send it to me to post. I guess Shamea sent it to everybody, but she didn't send it to me, so I didn't have it to post.
It seems like the storylines this week have been stirring up some interesting conversation. I remember saying that when Shamea was up here, I made a point that it was odd how she didn't immediately check someone when they were talking negatively about Porsha. Shamea and Porsha have been close friends for so long, and it just seemed off that Shamea didn't stand up for her, especially when she could have. The moment that really stood out to me was in the car scene during the first episode of this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. When Shamea responded to the situation, I was shocked. It wasn't like her, and I could tell she was holding back. Usually, Shamea takes a lot from people in their friendship, but she'd never outwardly expressed how much it bothered her before. Seeing her not stand up for Porsha made me think twice about their relationship. But even though I had these thoughts, I will say Shamea's been supporting Porsha a lot. So to find out they're not as close right now as they once were is a bit surprising, considering everything Shamea has been doing for her. I've been watching some of Shamea's recent interviews where she's been promoting her new song Never Had, which is out now, by the way. In one of her interviews, she told an outlet that she and Porsha have had conversations in the past about disappointments in their friendship, but she's not holding grudges. She's still a good friend and will always be there for her. In another interview, Shamea talked about the whole Drew situation, saying that she didn't appreciate how Drew was handling things with Dennis. Shamea clarified that while she didn't want to get involved, Dennis had reached out to her multiple times for collaborations. She said she turned him down every time because she didn't want to muddy the waters. Even though she's had some disappointments, Shamea continues to keep her loyalty to Porsha. But here's the thing, they filmed this show months ago. Everyone involved knows that things weren't great long before what we're seeing on TV now. Even though we're just now watching it unfold on screen, this whole drama has already been resolved off screen for the most part. Shamea could have said anything in her interviews, and most people would have believed it, but she's keeping it respectful. It's interesting how reality TV works in that way. It reminds me of what's been going on with Yandy and Mandisi's on Love and Hip Hop. They've already filmed their scenes, but now they're dealing with the aftermath of it all in real time. It's a whole different situation when what you see on TV is playing out in real life. Speaking of Yandy and Mandisi's, let me tell you what happened. Apparently, they were in the club one night, and someone pulled Mandisi's aside and asked him, "You married?" To which he responded, "It's complicated." He didn't say yes, and he didn't say no, he just said it's complicated. And then, of course, Yandy saw this interaction. She was not happy about it. She knew the girl, and she went straight into Mandisi's DMs posing as him. She messaged the girl saying, "Hey," and the girl responded with a simple, "Hey." Now people are calling into question if it was really Yandy or if it was Mandisi's trying to cover up the situation. People are speculating that Yandy is just covering for him, but then their son, Elman DC, came out and said, "No, it wasn't my stepmom, it was me who did it." And their foster daughter chimed in as well, saying, "No, it was me who did it." They're all joking and trying to cover for Mandisi's, but honestly, it's a bit wild. It's almost like a family effort to deny any wrongdoing. And you know what? I respect that they're trying to protect their family, even if it's a bit crazy. It's funny how they're all involved in this one little scandal. Moving on, let's talk about something else that's been on my mind lately. I know you're single, no judgment, just stating facts, but people are curious about what you want in a partner. They want to know what kind of person you're looking for. So, I've got 2 potential options for you to consider, and I want you to pick one. I think it's time to lay it out for the people. This isn't a joke, I really want to know. And trust me, people want to know too. So here we go. Option 1, a 34-year-old man, no kids, a master chef with a show on Food Network. He's an intentional lover, very romantic, supportive, and resourceful. He knows how to take care of his partner, but here's the catch, he's insecure, has trust issues, and is manipulative. Option 2, a 40-year-old man, 2 teenage kids from a previous marriage. He's been married before, divorced, and now runs an established tech company as a CEO. He's emotionally intelligent, his love languages are acts of service and physical touch, but the kicker here is that he doesn't believe in God. In fact, he doesn't believe in any higher power. He believes that we're just energy colliding. And, of course, his best friend is his mother. Now, I know this is a lot to digest, but you have to choose one. Which one speaks to you more? I know you do believe in God, and that's a big deal to you. You're a Christian, and I'm not taking this lightly. I'm trying to find a man who's worthy of your time and your faith. I need to know what you want because the people want to know. So, let's get into it. What do you think? Let me hear your thoughts. I know this is tough, but it's time to pick. I can tell you're thinking about it, but you need to answer now. Don't leave everyone hanging. We've got to figure this out. I'm telling you, the fact that you can't decide lets everyone know that you're not even sure about what you want. So, let's break it down. The first guy is definitely a bit of a red flag. He's a great cook, charming, and romantic, but those trust issues and manipulative tendencies are a lot to handle. I don't think you want to deal with that long term, do you? That's a recipe for disaster in the making. No one wants to feel like they're walking on eggshells all the time. That's not love. It's toxic. Then we have the second guy, he's a little older, has kids from a previous marriage, and doesn't believe in God. He's emotionally intelligent and runs a successful company, so he's got his life together. But the fact that he doesn't believe in God could be a deal breaker for you, considering how important your faith is to you. He's not religious at all, and that could cause some tension. But on the flip side, his emotional intelligence might make him easier to talk to and connect with. Now, if you really think about it, choosing the second guy could be the better option. Sure, his lack of faith might seem like a big hurdle, but you could still work with it. Relationships are about compromise, and maybe you could help him grow spiritually, or at least come to a place where you both respect each other's beliefs. Plus, his relationship with his mom could be a good thing. Some people are turned off by a man being too close to his mother, but others like it because it shows that he was raised well. Maybe he's got a healthy connection with her that isn't overbearing. It could be a great thing, or at least manageable. You could find a way to make it work with him, but the first guy, he's a mess. I can already tell that the insecurity and manipulation will be a huge problem. It won't be worth it in the long run. But I get it, it's not an easy choice. You're weighing the lesser of two evils. But sometimes, you've got to make a decision, even when the options aren't perfect. I think if you give the second guy a chance, you could make it work. There's potential for growth there, even if the faith part is a struggle. And just so you know, I don't know these guys in real life. I'm just offering up the options for you to think about. It's up to you to decide what feels right. But the clock's ticking, and people are waiting to know what you're going to do. So, I'll leave you with that. No pressure. But hey, now the right men will be calling in, looking for you. Let's see what happens next. Good luck, Lauren. You're going to need it.